13 News at 5 now begins with breaking news at this hour. What we want to show you is this. It's police dash cam video, and this was just released in the last hour.
And it shows Lawrence police officers in a fight with a man while taking him into custody outside of Walmart.
Now, videos from other people who witnessed the incident were posted on social media, and those images brought a lot of concern from the public about the officer hitting the man there who was on the ground.
Rich Nye's been reviewing this video for the last hour and is here tonight to share what it shows. It is really some stunning video.
It really is, and Lawrence police tell us this incident started on Tuesday about 4:30 at the Walmart on Pendleton Pike when an officer noticed a white Ford Explorer parked in the emergency fire lane near the entrance. Now, this is the officer who pulls up behind the car. The man gets out and the officer tells him to stay by his car. Another officer would arrive before the first officer and the man began to exchange heated words. And I'm going to let you watch for yourself how this confrontation became physical. This body cam video you're about to see is from another officer who pulled his taser out when the officer is fighting with the man.
Turn around. No, I ain't turning around. Turn around. I'm not turning around. You want to turn around? Cave! Get down! Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. Call resistance. Hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Now, I've not been able to watch all the video. Police say that after the man was put in handcuffs, he threatened officers several times that when he got out of jail, he would find them and shoot and kill all of them. The Lawrence Police Department says it released the video to be transparent. Lawrence Police said they recognize this video may be difficult to watch, but they believe that providing the footage allows for a clear understanding of the events as they unfolded. The man arrested was released from the Marion County Jail this morning, and the prosecutor's office says no charges being filed at this time. The prosecutor's office says they're waiting for the full investigative report to what actually led up to this. As I was watching the video, it appears that this man and this first officer on the scene have some kind of background. They've run into each other before. So we'll continue to explore that as we look at this video. There are 5 different angles, and I still haven't watched all those videos all the way through yet. We'll have more for you coming up at 6 o'clock.
In the meantime, this officer is not on the streets.
That's right. He is on administrative leave.
Yeah.
And again, this video just came in, so obviously our entire team has to get a chance to take a look at it. But thank you for bringing us this initial report. Rich Nye. And tonight, a Morgan County judge is issuing a new order setting no bond for the young woman accused of planning a Valentine's Day school shooting, pending 2 complete psychological evaluations.
In the order, the judge wrote that Trinity Shockley is a significant threat to the safety of herself and the public. It's been 1 week today since we learned that police made an arrest of the 18-year-old.
She's accused of planning the mass shooting at Mooresville High School that was set to be Valentine's Day. And tonight, the Marion County coroner is classifying the death of a man found behind a Southside shopping center as a homicide. The coroner also identified the victim as 21-year-old Demetrius Starks. Metro Police detectives have also determined someone shot him before a person passing by found him in a car with the door open behind the Greenwood Place shopping center. And IMPD has made an arrest in the investigation to a hit and run from Tuesday that left a woman dead.
Andrea Gibbs is the victim. She was found dead at the intersection of Illinois Street and Michigan. Witnesses there on scene tried to save her by doing CPR. Marina Silver spoke with IMPD, who says that community help is what helped led to the arrest.
It was just before 8 in the morning Tuesday when IMPD says a Ford F-150 hit a woman crossing the road, but the driver left. Just hours later, an IMPD sergeant found an F-150 with front-end damage on Market Street, and detectives were able to compare pieces of the vehicle from the scene to this vehicle. Detectives got a search warrant. They found an ID in the truck and cashier's check made out to an apartment complex downtown. A nearby business on Market Street also showed video of who parked the truck. Court documents say downtown surveillance video shows a man walking out of the apartment at 7:42 and getting into the front door of the vehicle. At 7:44, the truck is seen driving on Market Street and turns onto Illinois Street. Then, at 7:47, license plate readers show the truck on North Meridian, which matches what witnesses told police. Sergeant Amanda Hibschman says it was witness accounts and those downtown cameras that helped make an arrest so fast.
We are so appreciative of the multiple witnesses that remained on the scene and spoke to our detectives and our officers, and the businesses that came forward with video footage of the incident.
More video from the intersection where the crash happened shows Andrea Gibbs walking across the intersection and was a little more than halfway when the light turned green. Court documents say other cars waited for her. Well, the truck passed those cars and ultimately hit her, causing her to be thrown into the roadway and eventually died. In Indianapolis, Marina Silva, 13 News.
The suspect currently now is in custody at the Marion County Jail. The jail records show that he is expected to be due in court next week.
Tonight, we're learning a mother who pleaded guilty to neglect in the death of her 1-year-old son will spend 6 years in prison. The Tippecanoe County coroner also sentenced Shatia Welch to 2 years with the Tippecanoe County Community Corrections and then 4 years probation after her time in prison. Investigators believe Welch's son, who was 5 at the time, got a gun and shot and killed his 1-year-old brother. It happened at an apartment in Lafayette back in March of 2023. The child's father, Deontay Johnson, is also charged in the case. He's expected to go on trial in May.
A Marion County judge is now temporarily blocking the release of individual abortion records in the state for at least the next 10 days. As part of Indiana's near total abortion ban, the records have to be released. However, the Department of Health has stopped releasing them, citing privacy concerns for the small number of people who are getting abortions. Governor Braun signed an executive order shortly after taking office, ordering the Department of Health to release these records, but 2 doctors sued to block him.
House lawmakers passed their version of a new two-year state budget today.
Here's a look at some of the highlights in that budget. It's a $46 billion budget that includes a 5% spending cut for almost every single Indiana state agency. It does expand school vouchers for all Hoosiers. K through 12 education would see a 2% yearly increase in funding.
Now, the income tax rate would drop over the next 2 years, and the income tax deduction would double for low-income seniors. Now, critics, including a lot of Democrats, are against this. They wanted to see bigger bumps for public education.
They also wanted to see something done about people who are on wait lists for Medicaid services. Both sides debated for about 30 minutes.
We will be moving backwards on the child care crisis, not forwards.
I'm voting against the budget today because I do not believe it is the best path we can set our state on.
It's just been really hard, and I think it's going to get tougher as we go into the second half. We've got to do some things creatively to make sure that we're sustainable.
The final vote passed with 67 in favor, 27 against. This is far from a done deal, however.
Still plenty of time to see changes as the Senate begins their work on the bill over the next few weeks. And we've been covering the Delphi murders here for years.
Tomorrow night, NBC's Dateline digs into the investigation, and they gave us a peek behind the scenes as they were here in Indiana. Correspondent Andrea Canning spoke with people closest to the case and visited some of the more important locations.
And she told us a bit of why this case captured Dateline's attention. Listen.
There was just a lot of intrigue, a lot of mystery. And then as the years go by, it becomes, even a bigger mystery, right? So everyone just wants to see it solved and follow the clues. And there were a lot of clues in this case. So, that is the number one element for a Dateline is mystery. And the Delphi murders had that in spades.
You can watch this episode, A Walk in the Woods, tomorrow night from 9 to 11.
And then after that, stay with us here for a behind-the-scenes look on 13 News, Friday night at 11 p.m. Here's a live look outside right now. It is cold out there, but it looks pretty good. We've got the sun shining, still 19 degrees. That's about all you need to know. And that's not the wind chill, which is even colder.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of sun the last few days, but even with all this sun, it's not really feeling any warmer.
It is not feeling any warmer, but I have warmer air in the 7-day. So it's close. It's just not here tonight. So we want to make sure that you're aware that it is going to be another cold night. That's the big weather impact now through early Friday. Single-digit temperatures overnight. A few locations will go sub-zero in terms of wind chill, and sometimes that's just enough for a few school delays. And watch those side streets. We did have melting because of the sun from the snow last night. Any liquid pavement is going to turn icy overnight because of the cold air. We still have some lake effect snow showers coming off Lake Michigan, impacting South Bend and Fort Wayne. None of that moving our way. Temperatures in the teens and 20s. Nice to see the sunshine. Dry roads, at least those main roads. Good news if you're coming downtown. Pacers hosting Memphis this evening. Just need that heavy coat tonight.
All right, thanks so much, Angela. Well, as Angela mentioned, the Pacers are in action. In fact, they're back home tonight. They've had a week-long break for the All-Stars.
And we are now just 2 hours from tip-off against the Memphis Grizzlies. Inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse, our Samantha Johnson is live there tonight. Sam, I'm sure you could feel some excitement brewing.
That's right, ladies. Fans are anxious to get back inside the field house. This Indiana team coming off the break pretty hot. They're hosting the #2 team in the West. And like we mentioned, fans starting to trickle in for tonight's matchup tip-off set for 7 o'clock. And check out these special fans. We're going to tell you why these guys are so special here in just a moment. This is a homecoming of sorts for so many reasons.